Welcome to Sci-Fi Stories. If you love stories of courage and mystery, make sure to subscribe and join our growing community.
The first sign of defeat wasn't fire. It was paperwork. High Marshal Xerath of the Dominion fleet stood rigid on the bridge of his flagship as 7,000 warships drifted in perfect formation above the unclaimed world of Hellion Prime. They had come to conquer. The Dominion did not negotiate. It absorbed. Below them rotated a blue-green planet recently admitted into the Galactic Council under a probationary classification. Terran. Deathworld origin. High risk. Primitive. That was the official assessment. Begin orbital suppression, Xerath ordered. Weapons officers complied. And nothing happened. Not an explosion. Not a malfunction. Just silence. Then the consoles flickered. Every screen across every vessel filled with cascading authorization prompts. Firing request requires environmental impact clearance. Orbital bombardment violates biodiversity protection Accord 773-B. Please submit 14A through 14Q in triplicate. Xerath blinked. Override. Override denied, the tactical AI responded. Authorization signatures conflict with Dominion military doctrine. Escalating to administrative review. Administrative review? Across the fleet, reactors idled uselessly as missile bays demanded tax documentation and civilian displacement audits. The Dominion had prepared for plasma storms and railgun exchanges. They had not prepared for bureaucracy. 48 hours earlier, Earth had sent a single transmission. Not a threat. Not a plea. A notice. Hellion Prime is under Terran logistical protection. The Dominion laughed. Now they weren't laughing. On the bridge of the Terran defense vessel Horizon Gate, Director Elena Ward adjusted her headset, calm as a still ocean before a storm. Beside her stood Fleet Captain Adrian Cole, arms folded, watching 7,000 warships immobilized by code. They expected a firefight, Cole murmured. Elena nodded. We gave them a compliance audit. The virus wasn't destructive. It didn't melt circuits or overload cores. It rewrote priorities. The Dominion's war AI now believed it worked for the Galactic Council's Ethics Committee. Every aggressive action triggered thousands of legal subroutines. Weapons required humanitarian oversight. Shields required civilian risk assessment. Even engine thrust was flagged for potential gravitational habitat disturbance. They had not attacked the fleet. They had attacked its permission to exist. Back on the Dominion flagship, gravity flickered. Not from damage. From neglected maintenance cycles automatically frozen under budgetary discrepancy review. Xerath watched in disbelief as his empires might turned into floating monuments to procedural paralysis. What is this? He demanded. A logic infiltration, his tech officer stammered. Non-hostile. Non-violent. Fully compliant with Council Charter. Then why can we not fire? Because, the officer whispered, we no longer have legal authority to. On Horizon Gate, Elena leaned closer to the holographic feed. Marshal Xerath, she said evenly. You entered a protected system without approved intent documentation. We filed preemptive litigation. You hacked us. No, she corrected. We integrated you. Behind her, Terran engineers monitored swarms of microscopic drones drifting across Dominion hulls. They weren't weapons. They were recyclers. Specialized nanets designed to disassemble only unauthorized weapons systems under interstellar salvage law. Railguns quietly deconstructed themselves. Missile racks disassembled bolt by bolt. The Dominion fleet was being peacefully repossessed. Cole exhaled slowly. We could end them. Elena's gaze hardened. We're not here to become them. The Dominion ships began losing internal power, not from sabotage, but from automated financial lockdowns. Terran operatives had flooded Council networks with billions of economic review requests tied to Dominion war funding. Assets frozen. Supply chains halted. A war machine without a budget is just scrap metal. Zereth stared at Helion Prime, now visible as its gravitational cloak phased down. A vibrant world. Protected not by guns, but by foresight. You planned this, he whispered. Elena's reply carried across the void. You brought 7,000 ships. We brought documentation. The Dominion Marshal clenched his fists. You think this is mercy? No, she said calmly. This is restraint. Terran tug vessels moved into formation. Instead of firing, they began attaching stabilization anchors to the drifting dreadnoughts. Guiding them. Escorting them. Humiliation wrapped in assistance. You will withdraw to neutral territory, Cole announced. Your ships will be returned once compliance audits are complete. And if we refuse? Elena's eyes sharpened. Your life support systems are currently under humanitarian energy review. Silence. The Dominion had faced plasma storms, quantum mines, singularity cannons. They had never faced accountants. Hours later, 7,000 immobilized warships drifted away from Helion Prime under Terran escort. Not destroyed. Defeated. On the bridge, Cole looked at Elena. You realize the galaxy will never challenge us the same way again. She nodded. They shouldn't. Humanity had not proven it was stronger. It had proven it was smarter. What was easy? Control was power. Mercy was dominance. As the Dominion fleet vanished into the stars, Elena sent a final message to the Galactic Council. Helion Prime remains open for trade. Closed for conquest. Because humanity didn't need to fire a shot. They had already rewritten the battlefield. And in the vacuum of space, permission is everything.